Welcome to Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, home of the Boston College Eagles. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll bring it out. It's Richard. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Back to throw. It's James. Got the quick pass. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Makes the catch. It's Bond. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
The Golden Eagles come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Catch in the middle, it's Bond. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Wants to throw again. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And the Golden Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. Finds his man. It's Moore. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Golden Eagles are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unleashes one. It's complete. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day, and all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it, and I think this quarterback feels the same way about...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beaten right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. From the gun, running back gets to give. Can't get him to the ground. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Dropping back, it's Carr. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. Marcus Freeman added another chapter to the Year 3 success stories of Notre Dame coaches taking the Irish to the national championship game, and he looks like a cornerstone coach for the future.
It was so impressive what they were able to do, bouncing back from an early season loss against Northern Illinois when everybody counted them out. He's done an outstanding job recruiting. He's got a great coaching staff. This team is built and ready to make another run.
Yeah, he's got superstar written all over him. He has the next coach to break that ceiling and win a title. Just recruiting up, belief up, discipline up. Notre Dame looks like a national championship contender.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. Handoff from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I really don't understand the play call. Palmer, like 3rd and long, and they're not trusting their quarterback. Does this say something about their quarterback moving forward? We'll get to that as the game progresses. But, man, I just think you got to trust your quarterback, and you got to pass the football on 3rd.
The Irish send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And that, my friends, is getting the perfect bounce, the perfect punt, the perfect roll. They'll have them locked down inside their own 5. The give to the tailback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too. Because of the field position with the offense backed up, they know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the lone running back. And I think they'll mark it right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't help much with the breathing room, but on the upside, they avoided the safety. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. They'll go to the ground. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming.
4th down.
Boston College will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Running back searching for a hole. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Carr. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
How about the defense getting home with the pass rush, playing man coverage in the back end? You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Well, that time on third down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced the negative play, now setting up fourth down.
They booted away on fourth down. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Franklin. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups in man.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl, but knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Grab behind the line. It's Bond. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Here they come on 3rd down, and the defense has had no answer so far. To the air, it's James. Got a man, it's Harris. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires into traffic, picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of air, and it was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position. They're
down to the 20, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Looking to pass, it's Carr. Rushes on him. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And here comes the field goal unit. And he missed it. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And here comes the offense on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. There he goes. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Scanning the field, it's James. Quickly out to the tight end. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
This Boston College offense has it working. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
It's complete on the right side. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
This receiver is so dangerous out in space, and it's a nice job by the QB getting him the ball early on the curl route. You see, once he has it, he's got some wiggle, he's got some shake, makes some defenders miss, and gets up the field.
And the Golden Eagles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
On 4th down, going to the air. He's got it, 1st down and more. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. 4th down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Looking for a man, it's James. With the catch, it's McDonald.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for him.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. And it's no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, the ground game. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Got his man. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge him back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Fires to the tight end. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, 1st down.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man on the right. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. Give to the running back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Carr. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Zings it complete to the right. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run play action. fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Quick strike through the air for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking downfield, it's James. It's complete to the left. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
Gonna swing it on second down. Nice catch along the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Bond. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
So now it's second and long. Back to throw, it's Carr. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He'll pull it down and run. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Boston College, 0.
It's all teed up. Boston College will kick to start this third quarter. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They started this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive, now first down from the 39. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Caught over the middle. It's Pauly. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. They want to run this quarterback. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on third and short. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Got the big tight end on the corner route. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Breaks into the open. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Love. Stopped in the backfield. He's gonna lose 3 yards on the play.
You're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's second and 13 now. Quick release on the RPO. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Fighting Irish! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To the air, it's James. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, another big incompletion on 3rd down now, and if you're the head coach, I wonder if you start thinking about making a change at quarterback because you don't have any points. You haven't been able to find any rhythm in the passing game. You're in the second half now, and you've got to be able to find a spark, and you just wonder if maybe the backup can give that to your offense.
Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Off the play fake. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. Just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden Tates, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but, man, you got to protect. You got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field and make some big plays for this offense.
Finds a little space. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. To the air, it's Carr. Throws to the back. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense picks it up. Picked up a few extra on that return, though what a play by this defense to get the football.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Picked off, what a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
This offense has it with really good field position. Off-play action on first down. That's caught. It's Fields. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Second down coming up. The play action fake. Makes the catch. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
On the option. Now the pitch. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
He leaves it with his back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Tight end now in motion. Try to barge their way in. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Barges ahead. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third and you're trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Scores on the sneak.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So that drive covered 29 yards. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak.
Boston College, 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Martinez. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out in the end zone was not a good one. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. There's still plenty of time. Turning it on! He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Golden Eagles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll go to the counter play. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
Looking to throw, it's James. He's got him. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
BC back to work after picking up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bond. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. The give to the back. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Motion from the wideout. To the air on second down. Right down the middle. Complete downfield. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So a drive there of 82 yards, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here come the Irish back on offense. He'll keep it himself. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's gonna pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the run, it's Love. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
tries to slither forward on the sneak. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to throw. It's James. They've got the screen set up. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most people stay a nickel most of the time because of all the speed in college football and the running quarterback, and you see why it pays dividends. More speed on the field when the QB does take off to go get him on the ground and force a 4th down.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Dropping back, it's Carr. Pressure coming. Got it in the middle, it's Love. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
On the ground, it's Love. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. On the option. He'll toss it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Irish! Great job by the back on the option.
Way to make a split-second decision by that quarterback. He sees the defender commit. Boom. Pitch the ball. Not only pitch the ball, on target. So now the running back can catch it. He didn't have to reach behind him. He didn't have to reach in front of him. Caught it. He did the rest. Turned on the Jets. Got to the house.
Getting set for the point after.
For the extra point.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
Notre Dame, 28. Boston College, 7.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Dropping back, it's James. Not a lot of room in the middle to fit that one in, but he did. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He wants to throw it again. Looking down the middle. Got a man, it's Harris. He'll work his way down to the 28.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Golden Eagles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass, it's James. They'll run the screen. There he goes. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First and goal now. Let's see what Boston College calls. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
Looking to throw. Under fire. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College.
I mean, 4th and goal, and what does he do? He makes plays. This is why quarterbacks with this kind of athletic ability are so hard to stop. Big-time money down on 4th down, and the quarterback makes the play for him.
Lining up for the PAT.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Bringing the heat. He's moving out of the pocket. Soft spot in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football. And we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Looking downfield. Finds a man on the left. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The give on the inside. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Fields. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Quick strike through the air for the score. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
On to attempt the try.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
Notre Dame 35, Boston College 14.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Using the quick game. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that.
Gain of 12. And that's a first down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw, it's James. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Grab behind the line. It's McDonald. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Franklin. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Franklin. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.